In this video, I'm going to be talking about the order of operations. Sometimes when students are first learning the order of operations, they are taught PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S, and they think that all of those letters go in the exact order they are written. In other words, they think that multiplication must always be performed before division because the M is before the D, and they think addition must also be performed before subtraction because the A is before the S. But that is incorrect. So let me show you an example. In the problem 8 divided by 4 times 2, if we did this incorrectly, thinking multiplication always comes before division, then we would do the problem this way. 8 divided by 4 times 2 is 8, and we would get the incorrect answer of 1. Now this is wrong. That's not the way to do this problem, okay? What we're supposed to do is multiplication and division at the same step, left to right. So 8 divided by 4 times 1, or 4 times 2, should be completed as 8 divided by 4, which is 2, and then bring down the times 2, and then multiply 2 times 2 to get 4. This is the correct answer. Okay? And the same is true for addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction should be performed left to right at the same step. So let me show you an example for that. Let's take the example 17 minus 4 plus 8. If we thought that we were supposed to add 4 plus 8 together first, we would get 17 minus 12, which of course is 5, and that is incorrect. What we are supposed to do is addition and subtraction at the same step, left to right. So our first calculation would be 17 minus 4 to get 13. We would bring down the plus 8, and then we would end up with the correct answer of 21. Let's go over how we can use PEMDAS correctly. So what we really want to do is we want to do parentheses and brackets. So the P parentheses means inside parentheses and brackets. So parentheses look like this, and brackets look like this here. All right, and we want to do this working inside out, so we will complete the innermost parentheses or brackets first. So the innermost is completed first, and we will complete that by performing the order of operations inside those parentheses or brackets. The next step is, of course, to complete any exponents or powers. And this could be powers, it could also be radicals, like square roots, cube roots, things like that, because those are fractional exponents, so they are exponents as well. Next, we will complete multiplication and division left to right. Left to right. And then lastly, we will complete addition and subtraction left to right. Keep in mind that we might have to go through this order a couple times if we have different layers of parentheses. So let's look at some examples. Let's try the example 3, parentheses 25 minus 16 squared plus 7 times 2 to the third power. So first we want to complete inside the parentheses. That's what P means. It doesn't mean the multiplication by the parentheses. It means inside of them. And inside the parentheses here, we only have one operation, subtraction. So we will do that first. And it's a really good habit until you know your order of operations very well to only complete one operation at each step. So I'm going to write it out the way that we should do these problems via the order of operations. So 25 minus 16 is 9. And I'm just going to keep bringing down everything else except the one thing that I worked out. For the next step, our parentheses are done, meaning inside parentheses. So now we go on to exponents. So our exponents here, we have 2 of them. We have the 9 squared. So this will end up being 9 squared is 81. And I'm going to bring down the 7 times. And then I'll compute the 2 cubed. So 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So our exponents are now done. Next, we're going to handle multiplication left to right. There's no division, so we don't have to worry about that. 3 times 81 is 243. Bring down the plus. 7 times 8 is 56. Lastly, all we have left is addition, so we will add these together and get the final answer of 299. Now, you'll know that you have a good handle on your exponent rules and your order of operations and addition and subtraction skills if you plug this into a scientific calculator just as it's written, 3 left parenthesis 25 minus 16 right parenthesis to the power 2 plus 7 times 2 to the power 3, and then hit enter at the end of that, and the calculator should pop out 299 as the correct answer. So calculators that are programmed with the order of operations help us to see if we are on the right track with learning this concept. So let's try another example. For this next example, we'll have a division in there. So 8 squared divided by 32 minus 30 to the power 2. We will start this problem by completing inside the parentheses. So I will just bring down everything else. And inside the parentheses, 32 minus 30 is 2. Next, I look over my problem and realize that we have exponents. So we will do the exponents next, both of them. 8 squared is 64. Bring down divided by. 2 squared is 4. And our very last operation here is division. So 64 divided by 4 is 16, and we are all done. Let's try another one. 12 times 4 minus 6 plus 3 divided by 2 squared. Beginning inside the parentheses, we see that we have 2 operations, subtraction and addition. And we know that we do addition and subtraction at the same step left to right. So the first calculation I'm going to make is the 4 minus 6, which is the same as 4 plus negative 6, and that will give us a negative 2. Next, I'll complete the innermost parentheses here by completing -2 plus 3, which is 1. So inside our parentheses is now done. We do have an exponent, so that's what we will handle next. It really won't hurt anything to multiply the 12 times 1 now, but I'm going to leave it and do the exponents. 2 squared is 4. Next, we will handle multiplication and division left to right. So 12 times 1 is 12. And then we will divide by 4 and get the final answer of 3. Let's try another one. 2 times the bracket 6 squared minus parentheses 9 divided by 3 to the power 2, and then we will end the bracket there. So as I mentioned before, parentheses stands for parentheses and brackets, and we always complete inside the innermost parentheses first. So we will start this problem by calculating 9 divided by 3. Next, we will handle the exponents because we need to clear out what's inside the brackets next. And the next highest order of things is the exponents before the subtraction. So 6 squared will give us 36 minus 3 squared is 9. So inside the brackets, 36 minus 9 is 27. And brackets and parentheses are treated the same, meaning when you come up with the answer inside, if there's a number right up against it, it's an implied multiplication. And 2 times 27 is 54. So that'll be the final answer to this one. One last example. Bracket, left parenthesis, 24 minus 19, right parenthesis, times 14 minus 16. And we will square everything inside there. So according to the order of operations, we always complete inside the parentheses first, the innermost parentheses. So we can complete both of these at this first step. 24 minus 19 is 5. Bring down the multiplication. 14 minus 16 is the same as 14 plus negative 16, which is negative 2. And I'm just bringing down everything else for now. Okay, inside our parentheses is complete, but inside the brackets is not yet complete. So we don't go to the exponent yet. Next, we will multiply the 5 times negative 2. And we will get negative 10. And lastly, we will square the negative 10, which means negative 10 times negative 10, and get the final answer of 100. Hopefully this helps with understanding the order of operations, PEMDAS,